Hello and welcome to another Mistweaver commentary. This is your resident Mistweaver anomaly, and today we are jumping back into some brand new content and talking about some heroic fights in Tomb of Sargeras. So the first fight on the docket is heroic Goroth, however you say it. Without further ado, let's hop right in. This is a quick fight, and there shouldn't be too much to talk about. So in the intro here, I'm going to talk about what I've been up to. So I know we've kind of been lack of videos lately, but hopefully with Tomb of Sargeras, we're going to kick those back up and kind of follow the same format we did before. Me talk about the fights, what I think I did well in them, what I think I didn't do well in them, and then kind of go from there. And see how they kind of shake out. As always, suggestions welcome and all that jazz. But let's kind of hop in here. So this is Goroth, first boss. There is not much going on. Literally, this is heroic mode. We did heroic 30 man in my guild with 5 healers. So really, there was nothing to heal, and there was not a whole bunch of damage going out. So very uninteresting fight, at least to start with. But first boss instance, what can you do? So I will say for this first one, right, there are a couple abilities you can kind of start working on, but generally you want to kind of do as much damage as you can. I took Russian Jadewind on this. I know that now we actually have some talent choices as Mistweavers. So Russian Jadewind I think is going to work very well, particularly as we move into Mythic and things like that. So definitely take it. There's a lot of grouping up from a melee perspective, and you'll be able to kind of get a lot of value out of it from there. So yeah, so at least at this point I've been kind of following the melee around, doing some damage when I can, throwing out some, keeping Rem on cooldown like you should, throwing out some Vivifies when I have some UT procs when needed, and just in general kind of doing damage at this point, throwing some Chi bursts when I do use it through the melee, particularly on kind of the explosions. I kind of miss it here. It's bad on my part. I'm very late with my Shaylun's gift. You can use that pretty much kind of align it up with the Comet's explosion. You'll get some really good value out of that, particularly if you've been standing in melee and have those clouds kind of spawning around melee. So yeah, so not too much interesting going on. There's a kind of Infernal coming up or Explosion coming up, so we kind of pre-hide. Definitely you can, I mean, if you find the time right, you can use roll, of course. Monks have a ton of mobility. You might even be able to transcend out, or at least transcend back, get back in position quickly, so you can set up and line up some really nice healing. But other than that, I mean, I'm not expecting too much of interest to happen on this particular boss as we kind of get into it. So using some Russian Jade ones here, probably in a bad position. As you can see, like I'm kind of to the left of the melee, right underneath of them. You kind of just want to kind of stay with the melee clump as you do that. Hit Revival there. Revival is always going to be a good cooldown for these comments in this fight, so use it when you can. I used it very late. I think that was my first use of it, so definitely try and keep that stuff. Use it early if you don't have an assigned spot. Keep it on cooldown as much as you can. Things like that. Like I have Chi Burst off cooldown here. Could probably use it. There's not a ton of damage going out. Another high stacks are going to be hiding. I don't know why I went to the right here to hide. I thought that one would break, but it didn't, so I don't particularly know why I did that, but whatever. We got safe. We didn't get hit. So, and boss is at 10% at this point. Yeah, there's not. I mean, to be fair, this is the first boss in the instance. I think if you're a mythic guild, you're gonna crush this. Even if you're, a full heroic guild, you're gonna crush it on heroic. So not too much to talk about, but good luck. I mean, this is the first boss, but we've got new content now. Going to be some new fights, so it should be a really good time. Should be a lot of fun to kind of to move through this instance and get some kills, get some tougher bosses. So. Thank you very much for watching this quick one. Like I said, we're going to start these videos back up. Hopefully, as we go from Heroic and into Mythic, they become a lot more interesting than this was, and you guys have a lot more fun kind of walking through. Like normal, if you guys do have any questions about monks or kind of want to play better, things like that, you don't find the videos that interesting, please let me know in the comments. If you do have some more advanced questions you want to ask on YouTube and anything like that, check out the Monk Discord on Peak of Serenity. I'll put a link in the description. You can click there, head over to the Mistweaver channel. Mostly we're super helpful, and if you have any questions, just don't hesitate to ask. But thank you very much for watching, and I look forward to more videos in the future. So, bye-bye.